fans just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence looking deep downfield. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Now, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
It's a 1st down and more for Gibson. Touchdown, Washington! Antonio Gibson. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth. On 2nd down, Jackson.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well, and they took the shot downfield. They were more than prepared for that one.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Gibson. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Gibson again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Now the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson powering forward. He gets away from one, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And the catch made by Walters. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 2nd down, it's Walters. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. from the gun. They'll try to run it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down now, it's Walters. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position.
It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
Good footwork at the 30. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Gibson. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it.
And the Ravens have got it. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
On 1st down, Walters. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Second and 5 now. Jackson. It's caught outright by Graham. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll run on first down. It's Walters. And they'll get him down as he's in. Inside the 40.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Ravens.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On play action, Lawrence. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw complete here to Waller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Lawrence. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Flush to his right.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Buying time to his left. First down and more for Jackson. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Play action. Now Jackson. And Graham on the grab. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there just before halftime. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. Nope.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Ravens have got it. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
40 yards on the ground for him so far.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
They go play action with Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Walters, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson steps away to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's got Turner. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll keep it on the ground. Walters. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, That's a bad possession.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown! I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Second and 8. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now Jackson on first down. On the move to his left. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's first and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a first and 10. There's the stiff arm. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Once more, Gibson. It's a first down and more for Gibson. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's caught by Waller out left side. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards is the pickup. Second and 6 at the 6-yard line.
Look at me, zipper. Hey, exit.
Here's Lawrence. Being chased out left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment, and it's a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for Washington. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
Let's go. Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And some room to maneuver. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On on first down. It's Gibson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. It'll go as a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Now Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
60 out,
They'll go again with Gibson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Go now. 15, body. 15 line. We want it. Hey, box drop, box drop. Take up.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing, Jackson. And the catch made by Walters. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
They'll run on first down. It's Walters. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Jackson. Dancing to his left, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now the try here for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Ravens 49, Washington 45.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Gets this to Waller. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all